Hey, welcome to it. It is a feeling good Friday. I tell you what, I feel good. I know I sound like James Brown, but I do. I feel good today.
I feel good.
How you doing today, Billy?
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, man.
So we can't play James Brown in the
Well,
background.
we could, but it would cost us a lot. So
yeah, it would cost us a lot. Can you sing? Can I sing it?
that's probably kind of an opinion thing. Can you sing?
No. I don't mean can I. I know I can.
Are
sing.
you allowed to sing it?
Am I allowed to sing James?
I think you probably
Brown?
get away with a little bit.
But so if I just sang the whole song, would that be copyright infringement?
Probably, yeah.
Think so. Oh,
They very well may pick it up if you sing it well enough. I have seen people get knocked down.
He won't sing it well enough.
all right.
Literally for acoustic covers.
I was gonna sing it.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Sing it. Can't break any laws.
Welcome to the show, by the way. We do this. Billy Merritt presents the Live at 11. It's part of our podcast series. Billy, we got a whole bunch of fun stuff we want to talk about. It's a big day for UGA. I mean, it's college football. You guys are so jacked up, about in South Georgia or just in the South in general. You guys are so jacked up about college football. So how you feeling about this year's? It's a weird season, but how you feeling about it?
I feel like we're going to win a national championship.
He says it so calmly. Jeremy in the background, you go Dogs, and he's barking and all. And Billy's going, I think we're going to win the national championship. He's just so calm and collected and all that kind of stuff. Hey, it's almost October, which means Halloween, the craziness, the haunted houses, all that kind of stuff is coming up soon. And it also means that pumpkin spice has been around. It hasn't just come out. It's been around. They get earlier and earlier and earlier. Every year, pumpkin spice stuff comes out. Are you a pumpkin spice guy, Billy?
No, not at all. Not
at all?
Nope.
Pumpkin spice coffee?
No.
Pumpkin spice muffins?
Nope.
Really?
No pumpkin
spice. I dig the pumpkin spice stuff, man. I'm going to recommend a pumpkin beer later on in the show. Serious. I know a lot of people are like, nah, it's weird. It's, but I dig the pumpkin spice stuff. So, hey, we're going to be grilling out here at the office, treating our ninjas to a free lunch. And who says there's no such thing as a free lunch? There is when you work for Billy Merritt Marketing.
There is in Broxton, Georgia, baby.
That's what we're doing. Broxton, Georgia, by the way, your hometown, where you grew up, where you got your start. So Billy from Broxton, you were known as Billy from Broxton for quite a while.
Yeah, that's so absolutely. It's a funny story. And I got a very, as synchronicity would have it, I got a very cool story about Broxton and some real estate and some things that's just very, very synchronistic. But anyway, the Billy from Broxton started because when I was doing staffed events all over the country, and one of my good friends, he was explaining, he said, where are you working? He said, I'm working with Billy Merritt. We're doing these big events, man. We got things going all over the country. He said, Billy from Broxton? Like it was a derogatory thing. He was surprised that Billy from Broxton. But anyway, I don't want to just take over real quick, but I got something so cool that you're really going to find.
Take over, my friend.
Okay. So I just bought a piece of property in Broxton. We talked about it and I closed at the local lawyer's office, and I had pulled the old plats. In 1942, my grandfather bought this from his, probably got deeded from his father. Okay. So my great grandfather deeded it to his son, my grandfather. Okay. My great grandfather acquired the property in 1930 from John Hancock Insurance Company. It was foreclosed on by John Hancock Insurance Company, and he bought it 20 acres, this 20-acre section. No, I'm sorry. This is 207 acres.
Wow.
For $2,000.
Wow.
Needless to say, I had to.
But you probably paid a little bit more than that. Yeah. Just a little. No, that's so cool though. You brought it back around to the family, the history. Yep. But you've talked about the history of your family in Broxton, a lot. And how much is Broxton? All right, so you're in your 40s, because you can never remember. It depends. If you ask Billy one day, he's 45, he's 47, he's 42. He's a little forgetful. So we'll just say you're in your 40s now. So how has Broxton changed today from the Broxton that you grew up in?
Not that much, not that much. There's that's the beautiful thing about a small farming community, which is what Broxton is. Hasn't changed much. You have some more modern cars. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's about it.
When you think about your childhood, all right. So, because again, nowadays kids don't really ride bicycles. or if they do, they ride them up and down their driveway. They don't ride them around town. So when you were a kid, you probably you probably rode your bike all around town, didn't you?
Absolutely, man.
See, I did the same thing. And I think kids today miss out on that.
Yeah.
They miss out on that bit of freedom, if you will. It's a scarier world nowadays, things like that. But what was something that like if you will, an iconic building or kind of one of those landmarks where you like, first thing you think of when you think about riding your bike around town, what was one that stuck out to you?
Well, my grandmother's house right down here is basically in the center of Broxton. It was built in the early 1900s, and my grandfather was a pilot, and he kept his plane parked in the yard under the carport, because they actually right down a mile down the road, there was a grass runway where he actually took off with his plane. So, but that house has a big porch all the way around it, one of those old Southern style houses. And that's probably the most iconic.
I remember when I grew up, and again, a lot of people think, I'm wearing my Cubs stuff, and go Cubs, by the way, they're in the playoffs. So we'll get into that later. But people think I'm from the actual city of Chicago, and I'm not, and I'm not. And Jeremy's giving me instructions. What do I need to do? Thank you very much. I've only done this for 30 years, but thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Hey, it does sound better.
So, gotcha. How's that?
That's better.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I grew up in radio. I remember, thanks for the tip for real. I remember when I was a kid, I grew up in a small town too, and riding my bike around, and there was a Jerry's Texaco. Remember the old Texaco gas stations? Yeah. Jerry's Texaco. And they had where you could get, remember the we called them pop machines. I know I'm sounding like a Yankee from up north. We had them pop machines, or what you guys called soda machines or Coke machines, whatever you guys called them down here. Remember the ones you open up the little glass door and the bottle was laying flat and you'd have to put the money in and you'd pull them out?
Yes.
Remember those?
Yes.
And so again, this is way back when, but he had them where you could go and you could buy a can of soda at the grocery store across the street for $0.25. Okay. But the bottle, it was like the little 10-ounce bottle of soda, was only 15 cents. And I was a broke boy. So I would spend my 15 cents rather than my 25 cents on a can. I go get that bottle. And I remember it where it was the deposit. Remember where you had they charge you the deposit if you took the bottle with you. So of course I never had enough money. So I'd have to stand there on the corner. I couldn't leave the property. I'd have to stand there on the corner of Jerry's Texaco and drink my soda. Drink it, and then I have to give the bottle back so they wouldn't charge me 10 cents. But how times have changed. Nowadays, everything's so disposable. People don't recycle glass hardly at all anymore. There's no deposit charges unless you go. There's still a few states up north. Michigan's real big on that, by the way. They still do a lot of the deposits and all that kind of thing. But what was one of your go-to treats, if you will? Whether it was a drink or candy or whatever. What was one of your go-tos when you were a boy?
Well, it's funny. There was a Texaco station right here as well. It's almost the exact same story right here with the Coca-Colas. And in this strip we're in right now, this was a pharmacy. There was a video store right next door. My account number was one I was number one at the video store. But next door,
number one.
Yeah, next door to that was a grocery store, and then next door to that was a barber shop. You get your haircut for $2.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's definitely something that's changed. Yeah. Now, Smith, our producer, by the way, big shout out to Smith. He does a great job. Always gets all the clips and everything set up for all these podcasts that we do during the week. Now you're quite a bit younger than we are, Smith. So what's kind of what's a boyhood go-to treat for you when you were a kid?
Well, I guess sort of to bounce off what you said, I still remember going in and getting, what were they? The little like hard candy Jolly Ranchers or whatever for 5 cents a pop. Can you do that anymore?
5 cents a pop. I got them for a penny.
For a penny.
Yeah. Whew. In fact, when I was really young, we went to a town where you could get those little brown bags that you put lunches in, little brown sacks.
Yeah.
You could get, it wasn't full, but probably half full of, they called it penny candy. You get it half full for a nickel. So there was a way more than, because penny candy was one was for a penny, but you could get a bag, a little sack full or a half full for like a nickel.
Wow.
Now I'm really sounding old.
It sounds like you had a hard candy Christmas.
He went there. Sean had the hard candy Christmas. I'm telling you. So there's just some of those little things. We're just curious though, what are some of the go-to the kid snacks? Because things have changed so much now. When I grew up, there wasn't what are the things that are big now? The candies that all the kids, they all want those sour gummies,
Sour Brights. I have some with me.
Sean's got some with him.
These are really weird if I have them with me. These are octopus Right.
Let me see this.
Yeah, pull one out if you want. They are
Let's see.
huge. I do not understand why.
Is it trolley or trolley?
Trolley, I
Trolley?
guess.
Trolley, octopus.
Two
Right.
of them is a serving size. They're like, they're huge.
There's a serving size on a candy. All right, I'm gonna try to grab one of these without touching them all.
Hey,
What
look at that.
The hell is this?
Yes, it's
I
just
mean,
like
An octopus.
it's just all now it's all over my hands. I mean, it's just pure sugar.
Got
Just
him.
It's just a squish of sugar. That's all it is. Do you eat these?
I don't know.
Yeah. There you go, Sean. Is it? Hey, you know, if you want to get one of these, you know, get one from Sean. You can have that one back later. Or throw it in the trash. But that really wasn't. God, that stuff is so sticky. Why did you have me do that? Anyway, so we're curious. What are some of your go-to like little snacks or whatever, or candy or soda, whatever, when you were a kid? So if you'll comment, we appreciate that. So Billy, football season. I know we talked about the NFL. You don't care. You're not supporting it. You know, I'm still my Chicago Bears 2-0. Surprise, surprise. And they play the Falcons this Sunday. So I know you're not going to be watching it, but I'm going to be watching it.
I may watch that.
So you watch a little bit, won't you?
Yeah, I watch
You know, so
that.
and then what's your ritual? We may have mentioned this earlier in the show, one of our earlier shows, but now that it's actually football season, what's your traditional UGA? What do you do on game day?
So if we go to the game,
Mhm.
then we just get up really early and drive up to the game and park really close. I mean, like really, really close to the gate, so that we can hang out right there and tailgate. Tailgate is just, you know, that's the tradition, man. You got to
Mhm.
tailgate right there. But if we're at home, then we just fire up the grill, man. That's just the thing to do. Fire up that grill.
I tell you, I did get a chance to go to a UGA game, and you know, people ask me, they're like, "Are you a Georgia fan? Are you a Bulldog fan?" That kind of thing. And I always say, I mean, because I live here, and everybody I know is a UGA fan, except for like 2 Gator fans who apparently are, you know, they're like excluded. They have to leave the county or something like that before people kill them.
Now, a proper producer will take what you just said right there. This is just words of advice to
Mhm.
our producer. When you said, except for a couple of Gator fans, you know, is when you cut the sound off and just fade into the, you know, a couple of gay fans, Gator fans. I'm sorry. Never mind.
The volume dropped out
Never
at
mind.
tur fans, but they're, you know, just maniacal. I mean, truly, or actually, that's, you know, where the word fan came from was fanatical or fanatic, and they are. You guys, I mean, I'm a huge Cubs fan, but I mean, we don't even compare when it comes to Bulldog fans with college football. You guys are just insane. So I got a chance to go a couple years ago. It was my first time ever. And even though I'm not, you know, again, what I would say a diehard, I mean, I'm not from here, but, and I mean, I root them on. But it was truly an experience. We talked about this a few shows ago about things that you wanted people to experience. Even if you're not a sports fan, I mean, go to one of those college football games. Again, I've never been to any of the other colleges, so I don't know, but the UGA one, it was so much fun. I mean, it really was. And just to like look up, what is it, 90,000 people in
95,000.
something like that, yeah, in the
So
stands.
it's so fun because you're there with 95,000 of your closest friends.
I mean, that's what it felt like. I mean, even, you know, me being an outsider, I got, you know, I took a bit of a ribbing, you know, because it was my first game, and you know, the guy I went with told everybody around, but it was cool because they were the people we went with, they had season tickets. So, you know, like all these people around him had season tickets, so they would see him. They'd see each other, you know, at every game. So he warned them and said, "Hey, got a, you know, damn Yankees first time, whatever." So I was a UGA football game virgin and all this kind of stuff. So they gave me a hard time, you know, teased me a little bit, but then at the same time treated me very nice. I mean, again, the ribbing, you can take that; it's all part of the fun. But it's just a really cool experience. So again, I would recommend that to anybody to look up and just see that gigantic sea of red up in the stands. I guess I got to do it this way so they can see my arm. The sea of red. You just look up and there's just red everywhere. So it's pretty cool. I mean,
What was your favorite part of the game or the entire experience? What was your favorite part of the experience?
You know, it's kind of hard to say what my favorite part. I mean, I enjoyed so much of it, but probably just when you said you're, you know, 95,000 of your best friends, truly walking in. Now, I will admit, I bought a Georgia Bulldog hat.
I would hope so. Yeah.
You know, I mean, so I didn't have a shirt, but I wore a red shirt, so it didn't say Georgia on it. But I bought a hat, so I had the UGA hat on. But I mean, and walking in, there's so many people coming from all different directions doing the tailgating thing, and it was just cool how like everybody is your friend. I mean, they're hey, what's up, you Bulldogs? Hey, everybody's just hollering at everybody, and talking and cheering everybody on. And then when and they played, I don't even remember who it was now that they played. Vanderbilt. They played Vandy, and they just wailed on them. I mean, it wasn't even close. So like by halftime, we were up by 20. I think it was 28. 28 to, or I think it was 28-7 if I remember correctly. But anyway, it wasn't even really a game. But the guy I went with, Todd, he'd asked me early. He was like, "Do you want to beat the traffic? It's up to you. It's your first game. So do you want to leave early so we can beat the traffic? Do you want to stay?" I told him, I said, "Look, I'm riding with you. So, if you want to leave early, then we'll leave early, but I would like to stay because I've never been, so, and it was amazing how many people stayed.
Oh yeah.
There really weren't a whole lot of people that left early, even when it was, they were just trouncing on. It wasn't even a game by the fourth quarter. But everybody was just having a really good time.
So do you remember in the beginning, do you remember the first time that they did this? I'm sure they did this. What year did you go?
It was 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay. So they definitely did this. And I'm sure they did it for years. I just recently got where I could go recently. I worked every Saturday for 20 years. But anyway,
car business will do that.
It will. But I knew I was doing it so that one day I wouldn't have to.
There you go.
So anyway, do you remember when, I forget, I guess it's the cheerleader, somebody can correct me and tell me how this tradition started, or exactly, if I get it wrong, please forgive me, because Georgia fans are serious about their traditions. Okay. But when 45,000 people on the visitor side, everybody's on there's no visitor side, everybody's in red, and they say Georgia, and then the other side says Bulldog.
Yes, they did do that.
That is so powerful when they, you know what I'm saying? Like the first time I heard that, is like when 45,000 people are screaming in unison, Georgia,
and then the other 45 are answering
Bulldogs. That is powerful.
It was.
And then of course, at kickoff, everybody has to bark.
No, that kind of freaked me out. I did it because again, I didn't know that. I didn't know that tradition. So I'm sitting there and the kickoff, and all of a sudden the crowd, whoa, 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 and they start barking and just making all kinds of noise. I was kind of like, what's going on? That type of thing. But then I got into it, and then I did it, because he was like, if you're going to sit in this section, you got to do the bark. So, and I did. So I had a good time, and they made fun of me because I didn't know, again, I'd never been to a college football game. So I didn't know that they did not sell alcohol in the stands. So they kind of made fun of me, and because I said, Todd drove and supplied the tickets and everything. So I was like, well, hey man, let me buy you a beer. And he goes, yeah, can you do that for me? So I said, sure. I said, what do you want? What kind do you want? He's like, anything you can get. He's totally playing me. So I went up and I'm looking around. I checked this essentially. I'm like, where in the heck is the beer stands? And it came all the way back down to the seats. I'm like, dude, they don't sell beer here. And of course, all of them are laughing then, by then. So so I was the butt of the joke for sure. But again, really just a really fun experience. I love going to see sporting events live. To me, it's just not the same. I know with COVID, it's changed so much. I mean, with baseball, there's nobody in the stands and all this kind of thing. So it's a different experience, but I love taking people to the games and just having the experience of whatever type of sporting event. I haven't been to a lot of different ones, but I love going to see the games live. So, I mean, have you ever gone to the Falcon games?
Yeah, of course.
Does there seem to be, I know, again, college football is like a religion here in the South, but does there seem to be that fandom, if you will, when you go to see the Falcons?
Yes, absolutely. It's a different experience, not as much tailgating, it's, I like to get in the box when you can. You go to to a professional game. That's pretty cool with it. But it's a little more, I don't know, I won't say chill. It's a different environment. But yeah, it's definitely fandom and pandemonium and it's very cool. Well,
the Falcons are playing my Chicago Bears in Chicago this Sunday. That'll be on TV at 1:00. So my Bears, surprisingly, again, 2-0, hilarious to me. Because Mitch Trubisky is so inconsistent. He's our quarterback. I know that a lot of the Georgia fans here have no idea who he is. Well, a lot of people in America don't know who he is. He's not really that good, but he's been good, or good enough, I guess, to win too. So we'll see if he can beat Matt Ryan and the Falcons. So what do you think? You think the Falcons are going to take it, or I mean, I know you really haven't been watching a whole lot, but you think the Falcons are going to take it?
No, not at all. They're going to struggle. It's I was reading.
I could tell he was trying to read them.
I Wanted to make sure it was okay. Hey, before I forget, no, the Falcons are not going to win at all, man.
Okay.
They find a way to lose it, and I really like them, but they find a way to lose it. You can't beat the Cowboys when you're see. I just told myself I was watching football.
That's right. That's right. You did. You did. He doesn't care.
Before I forget, this is very important. I saw your date.
Very important.
I saw your date right there.
Mhm.
Okay, and that today. You know what today is?
Today's Friday.
Read my shirt.
What's it say? I can't see your shirt.
The journey to find a cure
Oh, September.
begins. Yeah, I can't read the rest. With a single step, support childhood cancer awareness. Got
That's
it.
right.
Yes, today is the day. Today is the big day. I challenge you to outbid me on the auction. So Smith, if you will, our local childhood cancer awareness group is having an auction today. And I don't care what city you're from, I challenge you to outbid me. I've bid on a couple of things already. I bid on a half a cow.
What are you gonna do with the other half?
I don't know. But someone donated a half a cow. So I'm bidding. I'm up to $700 on the cow, I think. And
you only get half of it?
I only get half of it. And then I also
Wait, which half do you get?
I don't know. I hope it's the front half. But then there's also, in relation to the cow, there is one of those grills. What's it called? The Big Green Egg?
Yes.
And I'm up to like $900 on it. So there's a few hours left. Please go check it out. Smith's going to put it in the comments right here. Very big deal. And whatever your local childhood cancer awareness group is, I'm sure you have one. Get in there and support those guys.
Man, I'm so glad you brought that up. I totally forgot about that auction today.
Yep.
So see, that's what we're about. We're making you feel good and reminding you about the good stuff.
So let's do this promo that we're going to do right here. Let's clip it up and let this be the first video that you put on other sites today. Okay. You ready?
Got it.
Hey guys, today is Childhood Cancer Awareness Day in Coffee County.
I need to do this too.
Yes, please.
Okay.
They're having this event. Is it an online?
Yes.
What? Auction?
Well, it is. It's an online auction. It's different this year because of COVID, so they had to change things up. But yeah, they're having the online auction, so you can go and you can bid on all kinds of different things. So you're getting, or you're hoping that you're going to win the bid. The winning bids is that's how you win it. You have to have the highest bid. So you've bid how much again on a half a cow?
I think I'm up to like $700 or $800 on the half a cow. I challenge you to outbid me. I really don't want to win the cow. But I do want to drive up the bid because
That's
all
right.
this money goes to
Perfect.
the local group, the Childhood Cancer Awareness Group of Coffee County. Those guys are doing an amazing job, and we greatly appreciate them. I know most of you guys aren't from Coffee County that watch this. I'm asking you to donate to our group as well and find out where your local group is. I'm sure every community has a Childhood Cancer Awareness Group. If they don't, you need to start it. If you do already have one, then support them. Today is Childhood Cancer Awareness Day, and I want to make sure that you do your part. I'm doing my part.
And, it's such a good cause, too. I mean, because a lot of people don't realize families that have children with cancer, there's so many added expenses that are not covered. I mean, it's hard to cover it with insurance anyway, but there's so much expense. I mean, going back and forth to the hospital. Then when you go to the hospital, where are you going to stay? I mean, all that stuff costs money. You got to eat out all the time. So there's so much money involved. So at least our local one, because I know I've talked to several of the ladies that are involved in that created it and have done it every year. Used to interview them all the time on the radio, where they talk about they help those families direct.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just so many different costs that can occur. So it's a really cool cause. So again, if you want to help out the Coffee County Childhood Cancer Awareness Group, we would love that. Or if you're a local, if you're not in our area and you want to help out one near you or the national one, again, please do so. September, National Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. So I'm so glad that you brought that up, Billy, to remind us.
It's such a big deal, Paul. I can't, we're a positive people and we like to focus on having a good time and feel good Friday. No, nothing feels good when you have a sick child. So, you can help any way you can. You can definitely pray for them. You can pray for health, but I want you to reach into your pocketbook and give until it hurts, because it doesn't hurt anything like having a sick child. I don't want to imagine it. And I'm so thankful for those people who are putting this thing together and for the people who donated the prizes. I'm bidding on a grill. There's a Big Green Egg. Let's put the link right below this video right here so that people will see exactly where they can go and bid on these items.
I've got it in the past couple of comments.
Cool.
Should be on every
when
page.
You clip it up though and put it on.
Oh yes, absolutely.
So
got it.
the link is right below this video right now.
By the way, referring back, because I want to make sure that I mention this, Jeremy, one of the guys that works for us now, he's our marketing manager and performance manager, talked about when I was talking about the old Coke bottles, he was talking about Johnny's Barber Shop in Douglas had that too. And if you've been to Johnny's Barber Shop,
You want to hear a funny story about Johnny's Barber
Please.
Shop and me?
please.
Okay. So I used to have an office right beside Johnny's Barber Shop.
Mhm.
Okay. And the parking in Douglas, and a synchronicity would have this. Suzanne Ray is one of the big people in the childhood cancer awareness of Coffee County. So she may remember this story, but she also dealt with this as well. The city of Douglas, you have 2-hour parking on the streets of Douglas, right? It's not designated for customers. It's not designated for whomever. You just come to Douglas, you park in one of the things, you can stay there for 2 hours.
Right.
That's just the way it is. Well, Suzanne's office is on the streets of Douglas as well, and she used to park up there. And there was this little police officer, man. And this is back before I backed the blue.
You have some struggles.
I had some struggles, man. I'm so close to throwing up a hashtag defund the police. It's not even funny.
Let's not go there.
But I'm not. I backed the blue. But this little guy, he would come by and give tickets to people who stayed beyond 2 hours. So Suzanne had like a stack of tickets.
Yeah.
I don't know if she ever had. I think she might have finally had to pay them. But he was driving around in this vehicle that didn't even have a tag on it. So she got him. I think she got him back. But my experience was the people at Johnny's, and if you're a Johnny's fan, and obviously Jeremy is, they would get so mad when my customers would park in front of their store and, or if we stayed or if I parked close to it.
Longer than 2 hours.
Yeah. So we would have meetings, look at the streets of Broxton. We have cars everywhere. So back then, April and I were working with Woodman of the World, and we had a lot of people coming in through the doors and everything, and they would park out there in the street, and they got mad. Well, one day they called the city manager, called the cops or somebody. So I'm sitting in my office right next to Johnny's, and the city manager walks in. It was Terrell at the time, like Terrell Jake. Oh, I think. Anyway, he came in. Hey guys, just wanted to let you know, they were asking you not to park in front of the store, and it hit me wrong. But I do have a problem with authority, and I do have a problem with people telling me what I can and can't do. And I said, "Is it illegal for me to park there for 2 hours?" He said, No, that's what I'm saying. I said, "Is it illegal?" He said, "No." So I got out of my office. I should not have done this.
This is going to be good.
I went outside. I got in my car. I drove around. I was parked in front of my office. I drove around the block and parked right in front of Johnny's. I mean, at the front door. They were all looking at me through the window. There were customers in there. I got out of my car. I walked to the door. I mean, I don't know why I was so mad. I flung the door to his barbershop open. I said, "Do you see that car right there? I'm going to park there for 2 hours." I said, "Then you see that parking spot right in front of it? I'm going to pull up and I'm going to park there for 2 hours."
He does have a bit of a problem with authority.
All of my coworkers and the friends that were there, they came outside and they were looking. And I was like, they said, "Man, I've never seen you that upset." I said, "Well, I'm not so sure why I got that upset about it, but it rubbed me the wrong way." So that's my experience with Johnny's Barbershop. What were you saying about that cool place?
No, I remember it when I worked in Michigan at a radio station downtown. They had that, but how like they wouldn't have the painted like the squares, so it was parallel parking, but they didn't have it painted. It was just kind of park wherever, that type of thing. And they had that. It was 2 hour parking. So we would go and you'd park and then you'd have to run out, like an hour and 55 minutes because they would chalk them. They'd chalk the tires.
Yep.
So you'd run out and literally you would pull up like a foot because it would rotate that tire. So that's what you would do. You'd pull up, just pull it up just, a little bit. So it would move the tire, and you would just do that for however long you wanted to shop, which I always thought was kind of dumb. I mean, 2 hours, I get it. You don't want somebody just parking there all day, but like if you're shopping, if you're trying to frequent these stores, why would they want to rush you? So because if you go downtown to somewhere and they gave you a ticket, then you're not going to go back there most likely. You'd be like, it's not worth the hassle. I'll go somewhere else. That type of thing. So yeah, we would do that too. I didn't, run and yell at the person
You didn't
that
cause
I
a,
parked
you
in
didn't
front
cause,
of.
you didn't cause a
Right.
scene.
No, I didn't do that.
You were
but,
more level-headed than me.
a little, just a little bit.
That tends to happen to me. I'm always surrounded by people more level-headed than me.
Speaking of people that are more level-headed than you, Sarah Stalker, who she is our ads manager and the I don't know what to call her, Billy Merritt marketing extraordinaire. I'll just I'll call her that. I know that Sarah's on my side with pumpkin spice.
Really?
I know she is. So here's my question: do they make pumpkin spice gummies?
Ooh,
I'm curious. So if Sarah can help me out with that,
I'd try one of those.
pumpkin spice gummies. Do they have that?
I'm wondering now why Smith is obsessed with these big gummies. If there's
That's just nasty.
I always have to try it. If it's this weird, I have to try it.
That is some weird stuff right there.
It really is.
Sugar octopus or
hey, let's go to the comments because I got to clear up some things real quick.
of
course.
clear some up.
How far up should we go?
Anything good? Don't click on anything negative. Yeah, I click on them all. I'll face the music.
Hey, wait a minute. Sarah just said the pumpkin spice is nasty. I thought she was on my side.
I had that on the screen right when you said that.
I thought she was on my side. With that, man.
Got him again.
Somebody's on my side.
Let's jump down to Logan. Who's Logan?
Logan. Oh boy. Jolly. Yeah, I have no idea how to pronounce that. Jolicier.
Yeah.
Billy, I greatly appreciate you working every Saturday. I would never have built this relationship or even have met you. Hyundai OP was a great learning experience.
That's Hyundai of Orange Park. Was a great learning. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, Logan. And please forgive me if I misspelled your name. I'm sorry if I misspoke your name. I just couldn't listen to Smith sit there, but he's like, blah, blah, blah. No.
I mean, even if you said his name, I mean, he also butchered Hyundai. It rhymes with Sunday, by the way. Hyundai. It's not hard. It's not hard. It rhymes with Sunday.
Whoops. If you want to get fancy, you can say Hyundai, but
So, gonna give Sean speaking lessons. So no, but
thank you, Logan. We do appreciate that.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much.
I really, that I'm sincere when I say this. I love making an impact on a young person that can benefit from something that we say or do. And obviously he's benefited from our events.
Yes.
Yep. That's cool.
Well, it does make an impact on so many different people. We're going to talk about business just a minute since you brought it up. We have car dealers all over the country. I mean, and is there 2 states that we haven't been in? Is that where we're down to? 2 states?
I think we may be in 49 because I don't know if you know this yet or not. I haven't sent in the message. Paul and Smith and my entire team, they love the way that you call it shooting from the hips.
Yep.
I have to post. I just sold another event last night at 10 p.m., but I didn't want to put it in there. We were having some more conversations in the management group, but it's in New Hampshire. I think it's New Hampshire.
Cool.
So we have to send out the work orders and get all that turned in today. You love it when I turn in Friday.
Yeah, those last minute. I tell you, our ad team, they love us. They love us. But in all seriousness, our dealers do love us. Our dealers really do.
Yep.
And because again, we're there to solve problems. We set appointments that we help them sell cars. That's what it's all about. So if you're a car dealer, I posted this on my personal Facebook page today, that if you own a car dealership, or if you manage a car dealership, or heck, even if you just work at a car dealership, you need us.
You do.
Because we can help you.
Yep.
We can help you sell cars.
And you even need the relationship with us. You don't have to buy anything from us, but you need to be tuning in. You need to be paying attention to the things that you post, the things that I post, the things that we put out there, because it will help. If you're in the car business, you need a relationship with us. You absolutely do.
Absolutely.
And you need the book, The Art of Text Message. So that's a fact.
There's the big one way over here. Can you see it? That one.
You pointed at my head.
I know this. I can't figure out the thing.
There's the big one.
I'm doing the point thing stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna be reversed, mirrored.
I know. I can't figure that out. So I have to work on that, I guess. And I also have to work on my mic adjustment, apparently.
According to Jeremy.
Yeah, thanks, Jeremy. Appreciate that. Again.
But I actually like to keep it like this. It feels a little more out of the way. Like
They
sideways talking into.
They can't see it.
They can't. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all.
Okay, thanks for sharing.
Thanks for sharing. Next, could you please go back to reading the comments?
Got it.
What's the next comment that we have?
Peyton Haney says, "Do your best bark, Paul Sullivan. We would love to hear it."
I'm not a true Georgia Bulldog, so I don't think I can.
Who wants to hear Paul bark?
I mean, I've done it. I mean, if the whole crowd does it, I mean,
so you can hide in the crowd.
I know, Felipe Felipe's in. He's in office. Felipe, come here. So we're gonna holler at.
Oh, he's outside. He's cooking.
He's
don't
cooking.
bother him.
That's right.
Don't bother him.
He's doing the grill. Okay,
Yeah,
I
let him do
gotcha.
the grill thing.
So all right, well we'll let him do the grill because that's important.
Yep.
I mean, doing the grill is important.
Very important.
But yeah, I don't have the true Georgia Bulldog bark.
Hey, there's Logan actually told us how to
Oh, awesome.
There's Felipe. Come here. Yeah,
Is that a rooster?
That's a rooster.
Come here, let's see the rooster.
Hey,
it's got
must
the
be-
rooster. Wearing the rooster.
France national team, World
So-
Cup champions, 2016.
Hey man, what do we got on the grill today?
Hamburgers, hot dogs from the Broxton Butcher Shop.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Hey, free
sir.
plug.
Yeah, free plug Friday.
Yeah, we're
Plug.
gonna get as much money out of them as we did out of Charlie's Choice.
By the way, are you using the Charlie?
I'm about to grab right now to season the burgers.
Yeah, go ahead and season the burgers.
Yes, sir.
Yep. All right. Is
So
that all you wanted?
no, I was just gonna ask. So have you been to a UGA game?
I have never been to UGA game. I've been
Okay,
to Falcons games.
we got to take him.
Yep, he's got to go.
Been to Falcons games, never
So-
UGA. Need to go.
So give us your Georgia Bulldog UGA bark.
Oh man, I'm not really.
See?
I'm not even.
He's not a true fan either.
I don't know what they do there.
He's not a true
He'll
fan
be
either.
a true fan after he
Yeah,
goes.
So yeah, we got to get everybody to
I
go.
want to go between the hedges.
So
See, he knows
Get this
that.
grill ready.
All right, go ahead.
oh,
buddy.
between the hedges. Yeah. See, I didn't know that. Well, I did know that when I went to the game. I knew that was a statement or a saying or whatever like that. But I learned some things at the Georgia game. So
Logan actually gave us the pronunciation right there. If you'd like to see how to spell his name, it says Jolliker.
yes, Logan Jolliker.
Jolliker.
That makes
That's cool.
sense.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Logan, and thank you for
hey there to my sister Barb Thurlby.
Now, what I wanted to
She's
straighten
from
out
Chicagoland.
was Brady said across the road from Johnny's Pizza somewhere. I saw that in there. No, that's not across the road from Johnny's
No.
Pizza. That's the hometown barber shop.
It's across from the Martin Theater. That's what
Yes,
you're talking
that's
about.
correct.
Yeah, the Martin Theater. And that's what's so funny about when the couples are making such a big deal. That side street, like nobody parks on that. I mean,
Right.
there's plenty of parking on that street.
Mhm.
So I don't know why. I just think it was because it was you.
It probably was. I have
Your reputation preceded you even back then.
yeah.
You know, so you just
Damn
have
Billy
those
from Broxton.
have those issues or those problems or whatever.
Billy
by the
from
way,
Broxton, I'll show him.
That's right.
Won't
You
park
did.
Oh,
You
he
did
won't
show
park
him.
in front of him. I'll call the city manager on him.
And even though Sarah did not agree with me that she thought pumpkin spice was nasty, I know that my sister Barb, I know she likes pumpkin spice coffee because that's where I had it for the first time. It's actually pretty good. I mean, it is. I like that. And my mom makes great pumpkin bread. You ever had that?
I'll do a little pumpkin bread.
Yeah, I mean, that's not really pumpkin spice. You know,
No.
that's just pumpkin bread. So that's pretty good. And you cannot go wrong with pumpkin pie.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with pumpkin pie.
Boy, that was a you can't go wrong with pumpkin pie. Whatever. Real exciting stuff there, Billy. I appreciate you feeling real good about that pumpkin
well,
pie.
if you have pecan pie sitting right here, and you have pumpkin pie sitting right here, and if you even pick up the pumpkin pie, there's something wrong with you.
No, dude, you take one of each, man. That's what you do. People always ask me that question when I moved here.
Just do 2 pieces of pecan pie.
Yeah. No. No, you do both. You know, and by the way, if you've ever seen the picture online, it goes around every year around Thanksgiving. When you have a slice of pumpkin pie, so I'm like, I've got a slice about that big. Okay. Pumpkin pie about that big. I'm going to put just a ton. I'm going to bury it in Cool Whip. You got to have like tons of whipping cream or whipped cream or whatever you want to call it. I actually use Cool Whip. I actually prefer it more than the Ready Whip or whatever, the spray can, stuff. I actually like Cool Whip better, which then brings up my next question.
Here's something we can all go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
Here's something we can all agree on.
no, for real. No, you got something we can all agree on?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Kool-Aid is awesome.
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
Yes.
So was that your drink of choice as a kid?
Everybody.
I think it was, yeah.
everybody's drinking.
It had like, 4 cups of sugar in it,
Hey, Kool-Aid tastes great.
or at least it seemed like it,
Man, Kool-Aid tastes
And,
great.
and they had the best commercials when we were kids.
Yeah,
Hey,
that guy
Kool-Aid man. The
that
guy
guy
would break
was-
through the fence and
that
all that
was-
kind of stuff. No, talking about the pumpkin pie and Cool Whip is that you think about it. Have you ever read, do you eat Cool Whip?
No.
Okay, you don't. Have you ever eaten anything that's not good for you?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Okay.
I'm definitely not I'm idealistic
Gotcha.
when it comes to health. I'm
So-
not necessarily a practitioner.
So Smith, how about you? Are you a Cool Whipper?
I like Cool Whip, yeah, on certain things. Pumpkin pie for sure.
See?
If I'm gonna make something like a cobbler, I
Mhm.
like carnation milk.
Oh, he's getting
Smith looks kind of like
So
a
good.
cobbler, doesn't he?
That's right, he does.
Yeah.
He kind of does. So let me ask you: you have a slice of pumpkin pie, and you have just your basic, like serving spoon, whatever you want, or maybe it's just a tablespoon. How much Cool Whip do you put on that slice of pie?
a ridiculous amount.
Okay, see, thank you.
Like the size of the pie.
That's what I'm
basically.
talking about. That's what you have to do. You have to just bury it in Cool Whip. You know, I mean, that's the best. But then my question is, now you've probably seen it on the label. You just never really paid much attention to it. But if you look at on the label of Cool Whip, and I'm not making this up, it's for real. It says right on the label, it says non-dairy whipped cream. Non-dairy, meaning none, zero, non-dairy whipped cream. Okay. So the question is, if it's non-dairy, then what the hell is it? I mean, what is Cool Whip really? What is it? Yeah, what did Dory say?
Hydrogenized.
Hey,
oil.
Dory, come here for a minute. Yeah, Dory's over there. She's our office manager.
While we're
You know,
waiting on Dory, did you notice the young lady taking out the trash right there and replacing the trash bag?
I did not. Who was it?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you.
Was it Dee Dee?
I want to give her a raise. Leah
Was it Dee Dee or Leah?
said Leah. Have you done a performance review with her?
Not yet.
I mean, if you do a performance review with her, you think it's going to be a good one?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's get that girl a raise.
All right. Dory, come on over here. Dory, what exactly is Cool Whip?
Hydrogenized oil.
Hydrogen. Man, I can't even. What does that even mean? It's hydrogenized oil. Is that what you said?
Bad for you.
Hydrogenized.
It means it's bad for
What
you.
Hydrogenized.
Hydrogenized.
Hydro means water, doesn't it? And then
Hydrogenized oil.
it's waterized. Waterized oil. I mean, I'm guessing. So read the
Hydrogenized oil.
Can you read it?
Just ask what Cool Whip's made of.
Yeah, these aren't really telling
Can
me
you click
much.
on the definition?
That's what I was waiting on him to do. But I'm like,
They're all saying like simple past tense and past participle of hydrogenized.
Oh boy, that's helpful.
because look at
That's what I'm saying.
hydrogenized.
Yeah.
That's helpful.
Look at hydrogenized.
Present participle.
I was just going to say that. I'm like, I told Dory I was going to get her on the show, and she just walked right up, man.
Show,
She
it,
just-
show them
Today is Feel Good Friday.
the
that's it.
Yeah, right there, hydrogenized. No, I think you went past. There it is, right there.
Hydrogenize.
Hydrogenate.
Man,
I'm
see, that's what it is. It's a mystery.
To combine or treat with hydrogen, especially to add hydrogen to the molecule of an unsaturated organic compound.
Boy, that sounds healthy.
You need a little hydrogen in your food. Hey, Dory, show them the back of your shirt.
That definitely sounds healthy, doesn't it?
That's the best looking shirt.
I like this one.
That's the best looking. But
Did
the
you,
problem is, I
nice.
like it on the front. So the new one like Jeremy's got on. That's our new go-to shirt.
I like both.
Yeah, I like.
I like both of them.
Yep.
You know, I mean, you're wearing the
Thanks,
didgeridoo
Dory.
hat. Thank you, Dory, for the correct terms, and we still don't really know what it means, but you know,
Have
we're
I
just going to
paid
say.
this- how are your eyes better than mine? Have I paid
Sure.
this yet, or that's a
How do you know if you?
what's the court date?
I mean, I was going to say, I'm like, how do you know if you paid it? I mean,
Yeah, well, maybe the date. I know I haven't paid it. I want my
this is
question.
Billy's. You
My
know,
question is, have I
ticket
passed
or
the court date
citation.
yet? I don't know what the date is. We'll give it to Smith. Smith, let him read it.
Friday, October 16th.
Okay, I'm good. I'm
So
good.
you got plenty of time.
I do not have a bench warrant on me.
Yes, you got plenty of time.
I like to
What
push
did you do?
I was speeding.
Man, were you speeding?
I was racing this. This car got behind me and was pushing me, and I just couldn't let them pass me.
They even said, like, they put on the ticket. Like, typically when you get a ticket, they just say speeding.
Yeah.
Right. Billy gets speeding in excess of maximum limits. That's
Yeah.
what he gets.
I was testing. By the way, we're going to have a race later today. If you're a part of the Broxton Police Department, we're going to be right outside the city limits, so it's not going to help you to come watch. But we have a bunch of young guys in here who have muscle cars, and they don't even race them. That's a tragedy.
Mhm.
So what we're going to do is we're going to line up the Ford Mustang GT, and we're going to line up the Charger
Okay,
RT,
see,
or it might be a SRT. I think it's a bad boy, and we're going to race them.
who's racing?
I can't say their names.
Just someone.
Okay, the Charger guy is going to race the Mustang guy, and I'm going to stand in between them like this and drop it, and they're going to come by me at a high rate of speed.
Gotcha. And we're going to get this on film.
Yeah,
Is that the idea? So that
Yeah.
we have proof that we've broken the law.
yeah, but see, we have an amazing producer. It could just be a computer animated
That's it.
race.
Photoshop.
All
Yeah.
visual
Photo
effects.
green
And he-
screen.
And he goes he fast forwards the car, but he does me standing there at the normal rate of speed so that it looks, I'm not, my voice isn't sped up.
Mhm.
My motions are just normal. And then the cars come by me and they're enhanced to make them look like they're going faster than they really
That's
are.
what it is. Yeah. That's that high tech stuff that Smith can do.
It's going to look like they're running about 110 miles an hour when they cross the quarter mile mark.
I could do that, but it would take a while.
Nah, you can do it fast.
Hey, by the way, we do want to.
We can even do it live, and nobody will ever.
Yeah, you know, I mean, our Broxton police, we love them.
Yep.
We'll just offer them a free hamburger or hot dog.
Yeah.
They'll be good. Hey, coming up on Monday on the Live at 11, Billy Merritt presents Live at 11 Monday Morning Money Show. Who you know what your guest is going to be on Monday?
Yeah, we got a. Isn't Ray Mucci coming on Monday?
Ray's
believe
gonna
it's-
be on.
Yeah. So, and Ray travels the country doing events for car dealers, and he knows how to make car dealers money. So we're going to get him on here, talk about some of the things that he does for car dealers and what's the tools that he uses.
I'm telling you,
Am I wrong on the first?
Ray Mucci is going to be Tuesday, October 6th.
Tuesday.
Okay. So maybe
Who's
that's,
Monday?
That's about 2 weeks out. I believe we still need to book someone for Monday.
Hey, if you want to be on the show
We've
on
got-
Monday,
Hey, if you want to be on there, do you have anything you can talk about? Money? Hey,
if you have some money you'd like to give me,
hey,
if you'd like to
do
do
you know where I
that,
can find some money?
you know, you'd like to make more money, or, you know, all that kind of good stuff. You know, actually, you know what we might do? Well, I'll do. There might be a special guest on Monday's show. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, so you
Really?
just want to tune in. You may want to watch. In fact, I'll say that I'm going to throw this out there because I know you'll do it. I'm going to throw this out there. If you are a young person, okay, and you are struggling with money already because you don't know how to use it, you don't know how to control it, you don't know how to make it,
Or you think that it's hard to get?
Mhm.
I'll be happy to put you on the show.
yep, you come get on the show. In fact, like I said, I think we might get a ninja or two that could use some schooling. And how do they get that schooling? I'm gonna see if I can figure that. There it is. Can you see it right there in the back?
Get learned.
See what I'm pointing at? That book right there. That's what I'm talking about. See, I'm figuring this out, Sean.
Yes.
Smith.
They're
You know,
gonna-
I got this right
I
here.
like it.
And who was it written by? This guy right here, Billy Merritt. Pointing right there.
Yep.
Billy Merritt right there. And how did Billy pull all this off, by the way? Billy Merritt Marketing. I'll get out of the way for just a second. Look at that behind me right here.
Outwork everyone.
Outwork everyone. But you know what? Again, we talk about how you got to have some fun, and that's what we do here on Feel Good Friday. By the way, Sarah doesn't like Cool Whip either. Man, I cannot win with Sarah. I just cannot win. Everything I bring up, she's giving me the thumbs down.
I think is it Cool Whip or no? It's marshmallows, which they're similar, right? They're
Yeah,
made-
I don't know what they're made of.
Is this false information? Somebody needs to note this. Are marshmallows made of horse hooves?
I have no idea.
Hey, here's a fun fact that you may not know. Okay, I know you don't know it.
Okay.
I haven't got you on the horse yet, but when you have to trim horses' hooves regularly,
Mhm.
about every 4 to 6 weeks, you have to trim their hooves. Give them pedicure, and then you have to cut the bottom out of their you got to make a cavity in there.
Yeah,
for
why
them.
is that?
Because a horse's hoof has what they call a frog in it, and that frog is what they step on, and it's a pump, and it pumps the blood back to their heart. Okay, so if it's flattened out, then they lose circulation, so they have to have that's why they sleep standing up. Did you know horses sleep standing up?
I did know that.
Yeah, so because they're constantly putting pressure on the frog of their foot, which pumps the blood back to their heart. They stay
So,
alive.
all right. So before man got involved with cutting out their foot and all that, or hoof or whatever you called it, I'm so educated when it comes to this. How did they survive?
They didn't last nearly as long.
So they
It's
just live for a
kinda-
couple days and
It's kind of like the domesticated horse is a lot different than like the wild Mustangs back in the day. They ran across all those rocky terrain and stuff like that, and they kept their feet kind of filed down. But but that they grazed, right? So when farming introduced, agricultural revolution introduced grain into different animals, and horses could get into it. Horses can't just sit there and eat all they want; they'll die. Cows can sit there and eat all they want. So cows can handle the grain. Cows love the grain. It will injure and kill a horse if they just eat all they want, especially and if they eat too much corn. This is an odd fact that you didn't know you were get learned on today.
learnt. Gonna get learnt.
With a T. So horses will founder if they eat too much corn at one time, and it's irreversible. And here's what it does to them. It causes their hooves to deform,
Weird.
and they're walking on the wrong part of their hoof, and their hooves bow up like a Mexican boot. You ever seen a Mexican
Yep.
boot? The big long toes
Yeah,
on
well,
them?
the tip.
Yep. So I love those, by the way. I want a pair of them. But
Well, we really do go all over the place.
so
don't
their
we?
hooves, their hooves are supposed to look like this, right?
Mhm.
Like this. maybe a straighter leg than that, like this.
Mhm.
Then they start doing like that.
Okay.
That's foundered, and it's irreversible when it comes from eating too much corn.
So we went from
Wow.
what in the world is Cool Whip into how a horse's hoof goes like this to Billy wants some Mexican boots. That's what the show's all about.
I
right
want
here.
some of those with like an 8-inch toe on them. Felipe,
Maybe Sarah will agree with me on that. Sarah, Sarah Stalker, do you like boots? Maybe I'll get a yes on that one. Maybe she'll actually agree with me on that. That she actually likes boots. And what's that last one that Sarah just put on there?
She said, "Well, gelatin." So probably in regards
for
to
the marshmallows. Okay.
Yeah. So there,
So are you a marshmallow guy?
sugar, water, and gelatin.
Okay, so
Sugar, water.
is our horse hooves a part of gelatin?
Gelatin made out of bone marrow, right?
Maybe.
Really?
Here's the part you didn't know about the
Yeah.
horses. I'm just giving you all kind of information.
All kinds of information here.
So, but this is the strange thing about horse hooves,
Yep.
other than the fact that you make gelatin with them. I think when you trim their hooves, it comes off and it's just cool. It's the shape of and you trim it, and it just falls off right there. And every dog in the neighborhood will come to eat that. They love horse hooves more than any other thing.
Very strange.
Very strange.
So Dory, and when Dory's riding the horses on the town street,
Mhm.
is that so that she doesn't have to follow them down?
No, that's just they like it. They think it's cool to ride in the city.
It is pretty cool. We see them ride by.
Yeah, I think people would drive from all over the country to come here and ride.
There
in
it
the
is.
city.
He got that plug in. It took him how long?
Hey,
Took
come
him
here.
50 minutes.
With a name like Tina Harrow and your brother. I wouldn't show
Cousin.
I wouldn't show the Kingsford because we use all natural. We don't use.
That's
That's just a prop.
yeah.
That's just a prop. He doesn't use lighter fluid.
Kevin, come on in here.
So we do some Charlie's Choice. This will get that. This will take that lighter fluid taste off of it. No, I'm sure you'll have it all burn off. Let it burn a long time before you put the. Anyway,
Some rocks.
so here's the deal. We were talking. I don't know how we got on the subject of Mexican boots. Have you seen? Is that a real thing? Like where out in Texas, especially, they have the boots with the big pointy toe.
Yeah. You can also find these in Tifton.
Yeah,
You can find them in Tifton.
Closer here, yeah.
Really?
You catch
Like,
the right party on Saturday in Douglas, you find some out there.
you catch the right party in Douglas, and you'll see those boots. Where can I get a? Where can I get? I want to wear a pair of those.
You can get them from the Taramara, the store near the Ford place.
Okay, Taramara.
Taramara.
And we're gonna get as much money out of them as we did out of Charlie's Choice.
You can
Yeah.
just talk about that with them, though.
I don't know. Speaking. Okay. All right. That I was just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Do you have a pair of those?
Do you wear skinny jeans and those pointy boots, or is that?
Yeah, you can. People do, but I don't have a pair of the pointy boots myself.
Uh-huh.
But I'm going to wear the skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Oh, he's wearing the skinny jeans now.
Yeah. All right. Hey, by the way, there's going to be a race later. You'll need to hang around. You're going to appreciate
Hey,
it.
Kevin, do you have the pointy boots?
Kevin used to wear.
Kevin used to?
Yeah,
What
back in
happened?
high school.
So obviously, they're not big fans. They're not big fans of the pointy boots.
I wear some regular boots.
I'm a
Maybe
fan.
a little square in the front.
If I correct me if I'm wrong, the pointy boots, the long pointy boots, probably more so of people older, maybe 40 and above, or the young
I've
people.
seen a lot of young people trying them.
The young people's trying the
Trying
new
to bring
thing.
them back or something. I don't know if there was ever a thing, but they were.
Speaking
they
of
were
cowboy, we got a
definitely
cowboy in the building over there. Danny Tootin just came in. He came here he must have heard they had
So
hamburgers.
that's your question. Is it pointy boots or regular boots? Sarah,
Pointy.
I'm going with regular.
Got to go with the pointy.
I'm going with the regular boots. Billy's going with the pointy boots.
Chance Pridgeon said he'd
So-
rock the pointies.
He's rocking the pointies.
There's some that go like all the way to
We're
your
talking about
kneecap.
these pointy boots are
Yeah, like I just want like a
different
little
sizes.
point. You know what I mean?
They're
It's
not
like-
just
All the way to your kneecap.
I can-
You can actually poke them.
I want a point about as tall as a Charlie's Choice bottle.
that's an ideal point.
You know,
right
I
there.
don't. If you anything that big or bigger, I'm out. I'd feel a little bit odd if I had something, more than Charlie's Choice.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you got one like that, then you're like an elf. I mean, that's like an elf,
Yeah.
tip or whatever, an elf boot.
I got to go check on the grill. We're running out of time anyway.
Oh, yeah, we are running out of time. So thanks, guys.
Ray Moochie said you can't go wrong with the pointy cowboy
Oh,
boots.
Ray, he's a pointy guy. He's a pointy guy. We got a couple things we got to do real quick before 12 o'clock because Grant Cardone's show comes on at 12, the Cardone Zone. So we want you to watch that. Flip over and watch that too. The Classic Rock Revisit. We do this every week. Talk about a classic rock album that you definitely should revisit if you haven't done so in a while. This one, Billy, I know I've got you locked. Lock, stock, and barrel. You're all in on this one. I think anybody that's a rock music fan is going to agree with this one. AC/DC's Back in Black.
Yeah, of course.
Ultimate album. Every single song on there. I used to play the heck out of it. My sister had, if I remember correctly, she had it on 8-track. I know she had it on album, but I think she had it on 8-track too. Really showing my age. And then I had it on cassette, and then I had it on CD, and just played the heck out of it. The Jewel box. I'm gonna see if Smith knows what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about when I say the Jewel box.
Oh, you mean the actual CD case? Yes,
Yeah, see,
I
he
remember
does
from
know.
the PS1 games
Yes,
mostly.
I remember from the PS1 game. The Jewel box that came in, mine, the AC/DC Back in Black Jewel box, cracked. I mean, it had scratches all over it because I slid around in the car. I mean, just I played the crap out of it. Of course, the one that everybody knows, Shook Me All Night Long, monster hit form, still plays at every wedding. People still love that. The title track, Back in Black, Hell's Bells on there. Shoot the Thrill, and one of my favorites that maybe it was never a single, but I always loved it was Have a Drink on Me. Which segues, that's what we call this, segues right into my weekly beer recommendation. And since Billy is not a pumpkin lover, he may not like this one, but I don't think you've liked any of the beers that I've given you so far.
Oh, I did.
There was like one that he liked. But this week there's a brewery called Southern Tier. Yes, it's a Southern brewing company, Southern Tier, and they make a beer called Pumpkin. Okay, so it's got a G on it. Pumpkin Ale. And it was rated. I read it in an article, and I couldn't find it around here where we live. So when I went to North Carolina just a week or two ago, I saw it at a store there, so I bought it. And it's a little bit more expensive. It comes in a 4-pack instead of a 6-pack, and it's probably $2 more than a regular 6-pack of beer of your domestic beer. But Pumpkin Ale, I read it and they said it was in the top 3 of the pumpkin, and I have to agree, absolutely fantastic. So it's a stronger beer though. It's got the higher alcohol content. So again, please be careful if you're going to be drinking that. Party with Pumpkin Ale, but party smartly, if you will. If that's
Don't
possible.
get on a Beastie Boys cassette right there. But Tim McCarn, see if Tim can get on Monday. See if Tim
Got it.
Yep, Tim McCarn. We're gonna reach out to him. Beastie Boys cassette. Sorry, yeah, I'm with you though. But so you don't want to get on a horse after you drink one of the
Correct.
pumpkins.
Yeah, correct. No, you don't want to do
That'd
that.
be something else.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you see that?
I see what you did.
Probably
there.
only one person.
I caught it. So, by the way, my Cubs, they are in the playoffs, so they're in the dance. They kind of slid into it though. They lost 3 out of 4, I think, in the last 4 games. My Bears taking on. I won't say Billy's Falcons. I'll say Felipe's Falcons. Bears taking on the Falcons at 1:00 on Sunday. So we'll see who comes out the winner. UGA. You said they're going to win the national championship.
Yep.
You heard it first from Billy Merritt, the guy who Billy Merritt presents live at 11. And we appreciate you tuning in to Feel Good Friday. You ready to wrap things up?
Let's wrap it up, dude. It's been a great one. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate it.
Can I add one quick thing just
Sure,
to solve
of
the
course.
gelatin mystery?
Yes, please.
Gelatin is a yellow, odorless, and nearly tasteless substance that is made by prolonged boiling of skin, cartilage, and bones from animals. It's made primarily from the stuff meat industries have left over. Yeah,
Ooh,
you probably don't need to know the rest.
Well,
but
That
Yeah.
sounds
that,
wonderful.
that certainly wasn't a way to end a show.
so. Even though if it's not horse hooves, it might be horse hooves.
I wonder if they make
Yeah.
those gummies out of that. That's what
Ooh.
they're probably making those gummies out of that. So anyway,
Here comes the producer police in here. It's time to wrap it
Oh,
up.
producer A's are wrapping it up. I gotta move the mic stand. We gotta wrap things up. We gotta go. So go enjoy a Pumpkin Ale. Again, Southern Tier Brewing. Go check them out. Pumpkin Ale. Go check out ACDC. Have yourself a great weekend. We will have we'll have another show for you coming up on Friday. Billy Merritt presents Feel Good Friday, and don't forget Monday morning Money Show coming up on Friday. Have a great weekend. Cheers.
See you guys.